This episode is rated M for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect those of the PFC Entertainment Network or any of the affiliates that make this show possible.
This is the Pure Fury Creations Entertainment Network.
Where's the beat?
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
I pay the fool.
And we welcome you to What the 80s here on the PFC Entertainment Network. Along with Jill Bain, I'm Jason Klaus. We certainly appreciate you tuning in here this week. We're going to call an audible, Jill. We're not going to, I know there are a lot of fans who are anxiously anticipating a deep dive on Different Strokes. And I'm not saying that it's going to be much like the Poltergeist thing. At the time when we talked about it, it was like I was full steam ahead. I was ready to do it. It is a little bit of a more serious topic, especially when you get, beyond what we saw on television, on screen. There's a lot of backstory. There's a lot of controversies that went on with those type of shows, and it does take a specific mindset to be able to dive into that appropriately and respectfully. I'm not there this week, so we're going to do something a little bit lighter. And full disclosure, although Jill has an idea of what we're going to do in terms of the meat of it, she's got no clue. So it's going to be very real-time reaction. We're going to play a game show this week called Would You Rather, the 80s edition. But before we get there, how's things in your neck of the woods?
You know what? If you would have asked me yesterday, I would have said perfect. We had amazing weather. We had just a beautiful all-around day. But today it's rainy and cold.
Yesterday made me feel like it was the middle of April and, full-blown, coming into the spring season.
Yep.
Even at 3 o'clock this morning, there was a little bit of a breeze going on, but it was every bit of 56 outside.
Yeah.
Like I was sitting on the front porch at 3 in the morning, Here we are just a handful of hours later, and it's 37 degrees and raining, and it's like, goddamn, we went right back into October.
Yeah.
I can see why people get so pissed about the weather. Like it is infuriating.
Because allergies are going on, and it's just not a good time, weather-wise.
That's one thing. And I don't mean to brag, but that is one thing, allergies, I have never had an issue with.
Oh, you're so lucky.
I know that. I realize that because I see how other people are affected by allergies, and I feel absolutely awful for them because you can tell they're just miserable. They just feel like utter shit.
Yep.
And I'm over here like, fucking bring it on. It doesn't, I don't know why.
I didn't have them until I had Judy.
Well, I'll tell you what, Judy and you just wreaked havoc on your body, didn't it?
Well, it was bad after Judy, but horrible after I had my son. Absolutely horrible. And usually it's been a bit, I should knock on some wood, but when I have a really bad, like, allergy, sinus, it's bad. Bad.
Yeah, I mean, I hear it all the time. Everybody around me deals with it. Runny nose, runny eyes. Your sinuses are all fucked up, and it's like, oh God,
Feels like your head feels like every piece of dirty clothes in your house is packed in your head as the hamper.
Mm.
Like,
What, man? What a metaphor!
I know.
Man, yeah.
It really does.
You pick that thing up, you're like, God damn, this thing is heavy. And to correlate that into that's how the internal part of your head feels.
Yeah.
That just puts it in a whole new perspective, if I can be honest.
Yeah, it's miserable.
I'm sorry.
Right. Knock on wood. Right now, I'm not going through that, but it's coming. It's coming.
It's like it's on the horizon. You see the shadow forming.
Yep, exactly.
I am recording this on my newer equipment, and as it turns out, I think I figured out where that weird echo thing was happening. So stupid, Jill. So stupid. I actually talked about this on Amy's show on Saturday. I went deep into my settings, and I had to scroll a few times to get to the bottom of it, of this particular page. And what you know, at the very bottom of that setting, there's one little button, echo cancellation. You click that, next thing you know, Jill don't hear an echo. So
Don't hear an echo, no.
Here we go. It makes me happy because I wanted to use this stuff. You know, I like the way it just, everything sounds better in my ears, you know, and like if I'm okay with it, other people are going to be okay with it too. And if you're not, well, then don't listen to the fucking show. I don't know what to tell you.
Take a nap.
Take a nap. Oh, if only it was that simple all the time, right?
Yeah.
It is something of a holiday, too, as we're recording this. Now, I know this show is going to drop on Wednesday, but we're recording on Sunday. It is March the 16th, which is, in my world, 316 Day. And when you talk about 316 Day, you're talking about Stone Cold Steve Austin. I have been celebrating as only Mr. Austin would. I got to calm down because I do have to work tonight, but be that as it may. Just wanted to make mention of that because I don't know if I'm going to have another opportunity to mention, you know, because this is one of those days. I am all tangled up here for some reason. This is one of those unofficial holidays that I put stock into because I need days during the course of the year to just break out of the monotony, the everyday. You know what I'm saying? And anybody knows me knows what a big thing wrestling has always been. Steve Austin is on my Mount Rushmore. I actually named my son after him. You know, my son's name is Austin, not by accident. So it goes that deep, right? So yeah, I just wanted to make mention that we are celebrating 316 Day here today around these parts. So
not St. Patrick's Day tomorrow or 2 days ago when this goes out.
There's a choice, right? I can celebrate 316 Day, or I can celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Now, I will wear a green shirt on St. Patrick's Day. That's as far as I'm going to go, though. There won't be any green beer or anything like that. I have made my choice. This is the day that I celebrate on this week, and then we'll move on.
And I'm really sad because the green shirt that I have wore for the last, I don't know, we were still in the trim shop upstairs when I started wearing it. It just got beat up,
Mm-hmm.
and but I like the show Shameless,
Mm-hmm.
and it says drink until you're a Gallagher, even though I don't drink. But it had like the little clovers on it. But I do have like some earrings that I'll wear tomorrow. I don't even think I own a green shirt. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Judy got me a green shirt that says something about the best moms get promoted to nan or something. So I'll wear that tomorrow.
There you go. I have a green tiger shirt. It's the only day of the year that I wear it is on St. Patrick's Day. That's like my St. Patrick's Day shirt. And it's probably about 10 years old now, but you
Okay.
wouldn't know it, because again, I only wear it once a year.
Yeah.
Um,
So it's
I,
well taken care of.
yeah, for sure. I take care of my shit. You know what I mean? I want it to last. Obviously, I have my work clothes that I don't really care as much about, but things like that, I don't know. I've always been weird that way. I have my own traditions and things of this nature. Now, what used to fuck me up is I would do this thing where, because we're coming into WrestleMania season, so every day leading up to WrestleMania, I would wear a different wrestling shirt for like 30 days. But truth be told, I have enough wrestling shirts, I could wear a different one every single day for damn near a whole year,
Yeah.
and not wear the same one twice. It's ridiculous. But this would be like my march to WrestleMania, but then I would have to pause it for St. Patrick's Day to incorporate the tiger shirt. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, fuck, now I got to start over. So this year, because it's so much later in the year, I'll actually be starting that at the end of this week. So
Okay.
now everybody can expect me in a different wrestling shirt for between now and April 19th and 20th. Okay. Get back on track here. Nobody wants to listen to that bullshit. We introduced a new segment last week, and it seemed to go over pretty well. So we're going to continue that. So with that, let's go, Jill, to debate in East history. And on this
Love it.
segment, we are going to look back at some of the newsmakers, the headlines, and what was making news on this day in the 1980s. And we go based on the day that this show drops. So we are looking at March the 19th. In 1982, of March the 19th, Ozzy Osbourne's lead guitarist Randy Rhoads was killed in a plane crash at age 25. This is considered one of the biggest losses in rock music because Randy Rhoads, when you talk about the great guitar players in the history of music, he's on a lot of Mount Rushmores, right
yes.
next to Jimi Hendrix, right next. I mean, everybody has their own Mount Rushmore. Mine, Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, I'm putting on that list.
Oh, for sure.
Randy Rhoads would definitely be in consideration, and the work that he did alongside Ozzy created nothing short of anthems. Do you remember anything about when he got killed?
A little bit. I mean, I do remember hearing it on the news, but it wasn't until I was a little bit older where I don't want to say where I understood, because I want to say I was like 9. Yeah, about 9. But yeah, it was when I got older and like went back and listened to like more of his things that I was like, damn, it's definitely a loss for sure.
It makes you wonder what kind of shit he would have been turning out. I mean, we're talking about a 25-year-old kid,
Yeah.
And he was as good as he was at 25. How good he would be in the same breath, undisputedly, with Hendrix, with Stevie Ray Vaughan, with Eddie Van Halen, because he's talked about a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, without question, just just a tremendous, tremendous loss for the music world. A year later, and this is kind of ironic because we were going to do the deep dive today, but in 1983, First Lady Nancy Reagan appeared on an episode of Different Strokes to promote the Just Say No campaign. I remember this episode.
Oh, the irony.
I know, right? And when I pulled it up, I was like, you've got to be shitting me. Why would this not be on the headline list, right?
Yeah.
In 1984, Kate and Allie premiered on CBS. Although I did not watch this show, I was aware of it. It was very popular. Ran for 6 seasons, had 122 episodes, and it starred Susan St. James and Jane Curtin. Now, this is why it resonated with me. I knew Jane Curtin was one of the original cast members of Saturday Night Live. Jane, you ignorant slut. She does not get enough credit for her work on SNL. She was amazing in such a low key way when she was playing off of these over the top personalities. Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, John Belushi, Chevy Chase, like these people were, icons. But her, Gilda Radner, and Lorraine Newman more than held their own.
Absolutely.
Plus, it was a different time. Half the shit they did back then does not age well in 2025.
I definitely couldn't say, but there is that one. I don't know I don't watch it currently anymore, but I do see like the little bits and shit on TikTok of the one. I think her name is Kate McKinnon.
Yeah.
And she does like the alien abduction thing. Oh my God, is she hilarious?
Kate McKinnon is gold.
Yeah.
She is gold. I put her in the same category. I put her, Jane Curtin, Sherry O'Terry, when she was goddamn funny. There was another one I wanted to make mention too.
I mean, Tina Fey,
Kristen
Wiig. She is. Oh my God.
We could sit here and talk about that SNL for the whole hour, but Jane Curtin. Susan St. James was married to Dick Ebersol, who was the president of NBC Sports for a long time and was instrumental in bringing Saturday night's main event to NBC television. And she would also appear at WrestleMania too. So that's how I know Susan St. James. All right, 1987, televangelist Jim Baker resigned as head of the PTL Club, a.k.a. the Jim and Tammy Show, because of a sex scandal. Do you remember this?
Yep. Because Jessica Hahn became like a household name, literally. Rolling around in the Wild Thing video. And here's a little bit of trivia about the Bakers. Roy was born in Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, somehow he got put on a list of their like kids club. And in his baby book, there's like a typed up note from Jim and Tammy Faye Baker to him.
You gotta be shitting me. Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. It's kind of cool. I mean, they're shit people, but it's kind of cool that he would have something like that, you know? Huh. All right. Here's some birthdays of the 1980s, of people that were prominent in the 1980s, I should say, that occurred here on this day, March the 19th. Actress Ursula Andress from Clash the Titans, the original Clash the Titans. Ruth Pointer of the Pointer Sisters was born on this day in 1946. A year later, 1947, actress Glenn Close, who we know from Fatal Attraction, 101 Dalmatians. I mean, Jesus, she's been all over the place.
Yeah.
And in 1955, actor Bruce Willis was born on this day.
Oh.
Die Hard and Moonlighting fame. Who else? Well, okay, we mentioned that Randy Rhoads passed away on this day in 1982. Also, who passed away on this day much later on. He died in 2005, but his influence was very much on display in the 80s. John DeLorean passed away on this day, and the last name says it all. Yeah. Really, the only movie that was released on this day in 1982 was Death Trap. It was starring Michael Caine, Diane Cannon, and Christopher Reeve, who we know as Superman. $19.2 million intake at the box office.
Wow.
Yeah. 80s television that premiered on this day in 1984, I mentioned earlier. Kate and Allie. The final episode of Alice aired in 1985. And The Bronx Zoo premiered on NBC in 1987. I don't really remember that one.
No.
Sports-wise, on this day in 1984, Lee Trevino won the PGA Championship in Alabama, so that's fun. And here are the number one songs on this day, year by year, in the 1980s. Ready? In 1980, it was Crazy Little Thing Called Love by Queen. 1981, 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton. 1982, Centerfold by Jay Giles Band. 83, Billie Jean, Michael Jackson. 84, Jump by Van Halen. 85, Can't Fight This Feeling by REO Speedwagon. 1986, Sarah by Starship. 1987, Jacob's Ladder, Huey Lewis and the News. 88.
Have we ever talked about Huey Lewis at all, ever?
You know, I think we may have made mention of him once or twice in passing, probably because we were talking about Back to the Future, and he had a very small part in all that shit. Yeah. Sounds familiar. Continuing his run at number one from last week in 1988 was Rick Astley with Never Gonna Give You Up. And 1989, Lost in Your Eyes by Debbie Gibson. Mm-hmm. That's fun to go back and look at that shit, you know?
Yeah, because it does shake out some core memories, I feel.
For real. It really does. All right. And that's going to bring us to the main event of today's episode. Here this week, we're going to be playing a game of Would You Rather? And I'm going to ask Jill a series of questions. Would she rather do this or would she rather do that? And I will be playing the role of quote-unquote game show host. So this should be fun because, like I said, she has no idea what's coming.
None. I'm kind of scared.
I'll be honest, I've only looked at a couple of these. So, you know, some of this, it's going to be very, I don't know, I just feel like you get that real, raw, authentic reaction. And that's where the comedy lies. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's do this.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Would you rather go to a job interview dressed up as He-Man or dressed up as Michael Jackson from the Thriller video?
Michael Jackson.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, the werewolf or the zombie?
I get cold very easy, so I'm going to go with werewolf. I need the fur.
Oh, that's cool. All right. Oh, wow. They give me the option. This is part of a poll, right? And they give me the results of their poll.
Okay.
71% would agree with you.
Okay.
They would go with Michael Jackson to 29% going as He-Man. I'm going He-Man all day long. I do not give a fuck. I am there for it. Okay. Would you rather live in a house full of gremlins for the rest of your life or in a mushroom-shaped house like in the Smurfs?
Mushroom-shaped house. No thought. Yeah. No thinking involved.
Well, 90% would agree with you. That would prefer to live in the mushroom-shaped house. Only 10% wants to live in a house full of gremlins. Can't imagine why.
Right.
This will probably be your hardest one.
Okay.
Let me grab a quick drink of Zero Sugar Pepsi, the unofficial sponsor of this week's What the 80s. The contestants of Would You Rather can stay at the Bing Bang Boom. What is wrong with us? All right. Jill Bain, would you rather be stuck in detention with the Breakfast Club or have no one remember your birthday like in 16 Candles?
Breakfast Club.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, that was way too quick. 87%. You are in the 87%.
Well,
And I would have to agree.
Yeah, no one wants their birthday forgotten. And look, if I could have a chance to sit next to 80s Judd Nelson, I'm there.
He was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Would you rather only be able to eat Lunchables for the rest of your life or Chicken McNuggets?
Oh, shit. That's going to be the hardest one.
See, I wouldn't think this would be hard at all.
I guess. Shit. I guess as long as I had hot mustard, chicken nuggets.
71% said Chicken McNuggets. Now, on the Lunchable end of the spectrum, do you have a go-to? Do you have a favorite?
Probably like the ham.
Okay. All right. Would you rather have a video? Wait a minute. It didn't give me the whole. I'm sorry, it fucked me up. It didn't give me the whole question.
Oh,
I had to go into the results to see like what was the whole question. Well, the question I got was, would you rather have would you rather have a video go viral of you stripping to Princess Purple Rain? That was the only part of the question. So would you rather have a video go viral of you stripping to Princess Purple Rain or a video of you playing with My Little Ponies? This is, I really didn't care for that one. That was kind of a dumb one.
Yeah, it's kind of a dumb one. And I'm going to say, if I would have to strip to any Prince song, it'd probably be Darling Nikki, not Purple Rain. It's not really a strip song.
Mm-hmm.
I never really played with My Little Ponies, but I think I'd have to go with My Little Ponies.
So did 62%. All right. Finally, I got one that has the whole question in here. Would you rather be a Ninja Turtle who couldn't eat pizza or a Care Bear who has no feelings? Wait a minute. This motherfucker. The ad popped up, Jill, as I'm in the middle of reading this. Yeah. Let me do this again. Would you rather be a Ninja Turtle who couldn't eat pizza or a Care Bear who has no feelings and a blank tummy?
I like pizza.
Right.
I don't really want to live in a sewer.
Okay.
I would probably go Care Bear.
All right. For the first time on this list, you are in the minority with the 24%. 76% said they would rather be a Ninja Turtle who couldn't eat pizza. Look, I don't need my fucking feelings. I'm going with the Ninja Turtles. Or I would rather be the Care Bear that didn't have feelings because
Yeah,
I'm not
pizza.
going without pizza.
Right.
Yeah. Give me a goddamn break here. All right. Would you rather be a transformer who transforms into a dirty sheet dumpster, a dirty street dumpster, or a broken IKEA coffee table?
Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ.
Brutal.
This one is pretty close in voting, too.
I think I'd go with the IKEA. broken IKEA table.
Mm-hmm. That's 42% to the dumpsters, 58%. How weird. That's all they give me? Hell no. Hang on. Hang on.
You know, because at least with the broken coffee table, you could find something around your house to fix it. If you got a
Right.
if you got a little DIY, whatever, you could do it. You could fix it. But you can't fix being a dumpster.
No. What's your dumpster? You're just a fucking dumpster. Okay. These aren't going to be necessarily 80s related. Like, I'm pissed off. I should have actually scrolled and see there was only however many questions that was. But in keeping with the theme, let me run through some of these real quick. Would you rather have a lifetime supply of your favorite food or a lifetime supply of your favorite beverage?
Food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you rather have the power to never feel physical pain or never feel emotional pain?
Emotional.
I feel like I would be very much into that too. Hang on one second. I just want to see something. Would you... I am so annoyed that only gave me a handful of questions. Like, I'm really
because they were
pissed
good
about
questions.
that. Yeah. Questions, babies. Okay. Let's try this. Okay. They have this kind of formatted a little differently. So it's more or less a multiple choice here, but still kind of within the realm of would you rather. Who was the bigger badass, He-Man or She-Ra? I would have been in the 68th percentile of He-Man to 32% of She-Ra. Now, take nothing away from She-Ra. She-Ra was a bad bitch, but she wasn't He-Man. Which cartoon had the better theme song, the Gummy Bears or DuckTales?
DuckTales.
Only 38% would agree with you.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know the Gummy Bear theme song, but I do know DuckTales. And that's because my niece watched it every single day.
DuckTales.
Woo! And that was her favorite part, was the woo.
Yeah. The Gummy Bears cartoon in general kind of sucked. So I didn't give it a whole lot of time. I was not a fan of it. So I would have to go with the DuckTales on that. Which song was better to walk around to during your elementary school's Halloween parade? Was it Ray Parker Jr.'s Ghostbusters or Thriller by Michael Jackson?
I'm gonna go with
Holy
Thriller.
shit. I am stunned by this. 70% said Ghostbusters.
Really?
Yeah. I am stunned. Oh, this is going to be a tough one. Which TV show was the best reason to get up early on Saturday mornings? Was it the Smurfs or was it the Muppet Babies?
I'm gonna go with Smurfs.
73% went with the Muppet Babies.
Wow.
I would be in that percentile. I really enjoyed the Muppet Babies. Which band was cooler? Was it Jem and the Holograms or the Misfits?
I don't even know who the fuck the Misfits are.
I don't either. I was hoping you did. Sounds like, who the fuck's the Misfits?
I have no idea.
Is it from Archie? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Whoever the fuck the Misfits are, they got 69%. So They must have been somebody. Okay. Which series was cooler, Transformers or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
I'm not gonna lie. I know any nieces or nephews listening is not gonna like me, but I would say Transformers.
68% would agree. I'm one of them. No. No. And it kicked me right back to the top of this goddamn page. Probably because I skipped those. Like, which little world did you enjoy playing with more? Fisher Price, Little People, or Smurfs?
Little People.
Just for shit. Oh, it's not going to give me the results of this one. Ooh, here we go. Stop moving. You are pissing me off. Which of these sugary delights did you prefer in your lunchbox? High C Ecto Cooler or Squeeze It?
Neither.
Oh. No?
Mm-mm.
What was in Jill's lunchbox?
Usually, if I took a lunch, which was a rarity, milk is what I got, and I usually just dumped it out and told my mom I drank it because I'm not. Really
Wasn't it warm by then?
Mm-hmm. Which is why I dumped it out because it was gross.
Well, who the fuck thought it was a good idea?
Apparently, my mother. I don't know. It just gross. Once in a while, my mom would splurge and put a Capri Sun in there, but I don't like any of those. I hate Kool-Aid. I absolutely hate Kool-Aid. So anything that resembles Kool-Aid in any way, I can't drink it. I can't do it.
Are you okay?
And, maybe it's because I had the mom that followed the exact directions on how to make Kool-Aid. Because I know a lot of people say, well, you got to add more sugar. Well, my mom never added more sugar. So maybe that's why I don't like Kool-Aid, but I just not a fan.
That probably very much is a contributing factor.
Probably.
But I get it.
I always tell people I had a white mom, so she made it like that. I don't know.
Fair. 76% went with the Ecto Cooler on that. Which of these was the best to get from your school teacher in elementary school? The Gold Star sticker or the Scratch and Sniffs?
Scratch and Sniffs. I don't care who you are. That is the right answer.
66% went with the Gold Star.
They're nerds.
Okay.
I love Scratch and Sniff stickers.
I did too. As long as they were the good smelling ones, because you always got that one, that
rubber tire.
mystery.
Yeah.
Wound up smelling like a skunk's asshole. Like it was a bad, and you knew that's when the teacher didn't like you.
Yep.
Because you know damn well them bitches were smelling them, but before, they were putting the best ones on their favorites and the ones that they didn't like. That's how I knew I was on that end of the proverbial spectrum, because I always got the skunk or the trash or the less than desirable one. Let me fucking bitch. Anyway, which toy did you beg your parents for more? The Teddy Ruxpin or the Nintendo?
Well, I really didn't beg for... Well, by the time Teddy Ruxpin came out, I was really too old for something like that. But I did torture my niece with one and put a Slayer tape in there. She never touched it again.
I can imagine.
And she will tell people that story to this day. She'll be 39 this year, and she still tells people how I fucking ruined Teddy Ruxpin for her.
Oh, man. If it wasn't that, you could have put, like, Eddie Murphy or something in there.
Yeah. Yeah, we could have had all kinds of fun with Teddy Ruxpin, but nope.
That is fun. Well, 65% went with Teddy Ruxpin over 35% for the Nintendo.
Okay.
Surprises me. You weren't into the Barbies, right?
I mean, I was to a point.
Okay. Well, which Barbie was more awesome? The Peaches and Cream? I feel weird just saying that.
Right.
Or Barbie and the Rockers?
I don't know. I guess I don't think I had either of those, but I'd have to say the Rockers. My favorite was the one that had hair down to her feet, and it came with this little tool that you put hair in there and it twisted it up. Yeah, that was my favorite. And I tried it on my own hair. It didn't work so well.
No?
No.
Can't imagine why. Well, kick me right back to the top. 68% went with the Peaches and Cream.
Didn't it smell like that or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, hang on. This is unbelievable. Oh, here we go. Okay. Which toy line was more awesome, Star Wars or G.I. Joe?
G.I. Joe.
74% would agree. Now this is the debate of all debates for some within our demographic.
Okay.
Hubba Bubba or Bubblicious? Damn, it's not even close either. Surprised.
I'm going to go with Hubba Bubba.
78% went with Hubba Bubba. 22 with the Bubblicious. I feel like I'm going to be in the minority. I think Bubblicious was what I remember about them, I believe it was them, is the strawberry banana gum. Strawberry on the outside and banana in the middle.
Yep.
Shit was awesome. Which weird and unnecessary as seen on TV product did you secretly want the most? Was it the clapper or the chia pet? Chia.
The clapper.
78% went with the clapper. The chia pets were creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
Unless it was Bob Ross, because it made sense.
Right.
The way that shit pops out, it looked just like him, just with green hair.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to be funny, you could have painted his face like the Joker, and then you would have had Bob Ross Joker edition.
That's very true. Yeah.
I'm just, throw shit at the wall, Jill. See what sticks. Speaking of which of these PBS shows did you love to watch the most? Was it The Joy of Painting with Bob Ross or Reading Rainbow?
I enjoyed them both because, first of all, reading for me, I love to read even now, but now I do it on audiobook. But he was so relaxing. But I did recently see a TikTok of one of his paintings. Because you know how they say, he was actually a serial killer and painted his scenes, the scenes. There was one of his paintings. Then they did a side-by-side of a scene where there was a body found, and it was identical.
Really?
Yes.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah.
Damn it. Well, I knew he wasn't he in the military or something? And he was...
I don't know if he was. I know Mr. Rogers was.
Okay. Something with Bob Ross, though. He was involved with something prior to him coming to PBS to do the painting thing. It was some branch of military or something, but it was where I believe he, in some regard or another, killed people. Mm-hmm. And then you saw this persona of him on this kids show. And there is a Bob Ross channel on my Roku, and I promise you there are days where I will sit here and get so enthralled in what he's doing, and I get mesmerized by his speech, the way he talks. He is very calming, very soothing, and it's like next thing you know, 2.5 hours have gone by, and I feel like I can paint anything. Because goddamn it, Bob Ross told me I could do it.
Yeah.
Reading Rainbow, I didn't watch that a whole lot, and it just didn't resonate with me.
I didn't really watch it either, because I think maybe by the time that was a big thing, again, I was too old for the demographic they were going for. But I mean, book recommendations are never a bad thing for me.
What was the better Back to the Future film? 1 or 2?
1.
This is unbelievable. This can't be right. According to this, 55.4 thousand people voted for Part 2. 24,000 voted for Part 1. So 70% of the people polled said that Part 2 was better than the original. This is infuriating.
I think they probably clicked the wrong button on accident and couldn't go back.
By that large of a margin, There's some dumb motherfuckers out there. I'm going to get heat for that. Go ahead and send me your hate tweets over on Twix. Just look for PFC Network. All right, 2 more on here. Which scene was more heartbreaking? Littlefoot's mother's death in Land Before Time, or when E.T. says bye to Elliot in E.T. the Extraterrestrial?
Okay. Out of those two, there's only one that I've seen. So I'm going to go with E.T. saying goodbye to Elliot.
75% would agree with you. All right. Anytime that we've ever talked about public pillars of the 80s, no matter what we're talking about, it seems like I'm talking. I name these two, 1A and 1B. So it leads to the final question this week. Who was more iconic, Michael Jackson or Madonna? And again, this is not close.
I mean, they've both got their place, but I'm going to have to go with Michael Jackson.
He lost this one. 74% went with Madonna, over 26% for Michael Jackson. That's some bullshit.
I mean, I see both sides.
Mm-hmm.
But my personal opinion, I would think it would be Michael Jackson.
Especially for longevity. You know, because I'm trying to make sure this was accurate, because I was like, if nothing else, I feel like it would be closer. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And it also makes me wonder, what was the age demographic of the people polled?
Yeah.
Now, this thing just popped up here, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of in Jill's wheelhouse, and now I'm trying to pull it up. Would you rather know how you were going to die or when you're going to die?
How?
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather run into an alien or Bigfoot? I'm going Bigfoot all the way. At least you know what you're getting.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I agree with you. Yeah.
Would you rather be constantly sticky or constantly itchy?
What?
Take that how you will.
Good God. My question is it all over? Or just like in a spot? That's
Either way,
question.
it's just bad, man. It's just bad. Bad.
You know what? I had a medication allergy where I'm just going to say everywhere I had hives. Everywhere. Everywhere. And that's miserable. That's a miserable time. That's horrible. So you know what? Call me gross. I'm going with sticky.
Okay. Would you rather communicate telepathically or know every single language on the planet?
Telepathically.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Let me see what else I can pull up here. Would you rather look like a fish or smell like a fish?
I'm going to go with look because Steve Buscemi looks an awful lot like a fish, and he has done very well for himself.
He really has.
I'm going to go with look like.
Would you rather be chased through a forest by a zombie or by a lion?
I think I can outrun. It is fucking snowing outside.
Is it really?
Yes. I'm watching big fat flakes fall.
This is unbelievable. Yeah, it just popped up on my screen. Light rain / snow, 35 degrees.
I'm going to say zombie because I think I can outrun a zombie.
Okay. And you could kill one if you just, nail it in the head real hard, whereas with a lion,
Right.
it's going to take a little bit more.
Yeah. All that's going to do is piss off the lion.
Right. Would you rather live in a world where it constantly snows or always rains?
I don't like either of those options.
We live in Michigan. That's what happens now.
Right. Give me something different.
Right. All right. Would you rather be stuck as a character in the show Friends or in Breaking Bad?
Friends.
Would you rather eat cold pizza or hot cereal for breakfast?
Cold pizza.
For sure. 100%.
And I have.
At least every other week at some point. Would you rather not brush your teeth for a week or not take a shower for 2 weeks?
That's one of those, no matter how you answer, someone's going, that is a sick bitch.
Yeah. There's no one here.
I mean, I guess there's gum.
Yeah.
It doesn't say you can't use mouthwash.
This is true. We gotta play. You gotta play the loophole here.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay.
Because at least I could mouthwash it up. And
Would you rather find out a long-standing conspiracy theory was true, or find out a juicy piece of gossip only you knew? It's weird.
I think I'd go with conspiracy. The
I
conspiracy
feel,
one.
but as soon as I read that, I'm like, man, she's got to go with the conspiracy thing just because of what you guys do on Creepy Soup,
Yeah.
which you can hear on Sundays here on the PFC Entertainment Network. Would you rather give up breakfast or dinner?
Give up?
Yeah.
I don't eat breakfast now, so that one's fine.
Okay, so that's out of here.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather make a movie about your most embarrassing moment or publish your diary? Do you have a diary?
I did when I was a kid. And there would be one very embarrassed boy in my first grade class because that's all my diary was all about him. Yeah, I don't have a diary now. And what was the first one? A movie made about your most embarrassing moment?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the movie. Because there's got to be money in that, right?
You got to believe so. Yeah, okay, it's embarrassing, but I'm about ready to bank on it, so
Right.
it'll be all right. I'm gonna be laughing my ass all the way to the bank.
Yeah.
Okay. Dumb. Some of these are just dumb. Like they're really stretching here. I'm trying to find a good one to end on this week. Would you rather be able to control fire or control water?
Fire? Because then you could make it not happen if you're controlling it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. We'll end it with this. Would you rather have a 1-minute conversation with your past self or your future self?
Ooh. Ooh. That's... Ooh. Future?
I feel like that's where I would go with it too. Yep.
Because fuck my past self. I want...
Yeah, what's done is done.
Right.
If I could go get kind of a glimpse as to what's coming, and if it's something not all that stellar, I need to prepare myself.
Right, but maybe future self has answered that question. They're saying fuck past self.
Yeah. That's one of those you really put. It's kind of a cool premise for a movie.
Yeah.
You know, what would you? And then you get examples of what that would look like and what the residual effect would be, because if you interact with your past or your future, you're very much running the risk of splintering the time continuum. Like I've seen enough Back to the Future movies. I know how this shit goes.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I would say future self. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Just bear with me 1 second. Would you rather go on a Tinder date with someone holding a fish in their photo, or go on a Tinder date with someone who really wants to talk about your natal chart? What the fuck? Who comes up with this shit?
Right. Whose children made this up? Me with the stuff I like, I'd honestly probably have to go with the natal chart.
Makes sense. Okay, this is the last one. Would you rather get back together with your ex or have to listen to only Christmas songs for a year?
Oh, fuck off.
Just that alone, that will be our last one.
You know what? I mean, I guess depending on what ex, but they're all exes for a reason. Oh God, I know. I hate Christmas music. I would go with Christmas music.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
I would just want to be able to at least control the Christmas music. Because there's that one, I don't know if it's Paul McCartney or Beatles, Wonderful Christmas Time. I fucking hate that song. That makes me want to punch babies. Of course, Mariah Carey. There's so many. Of course, your favorite, Last Christmas. Hate that one. Nope.
Okay, now that one's dog shit. Now, if they had asked the question, if you go back with your ex or listen to Last Christmas on loop for a year, that
could be different.
That could be a conversation. Other than that, though, no. I have a Christmas playlist on my phone right now. You want me to pull you up a ditty?
Nah, I'm good. I believe you.
Well, we had a little bit of chuckle here this week, and that's what we aim for each and every Wednesday that you tune in here. Check out the online store at pfcstore.printify.me. the spring store is still up and running for a limited time left, but we are going to be moving those products over to the main store. But still, you can go over to pfcspring.printify.me and stay tuned to all of our socials. Just look for the PFC Entertainment Network on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. You can also check out Jill and her daughter Judy on Creepy Soup. New episodes will be available very, very soon, so stay tuned for that. And anything else you want to throw out there before we get in the time machine and get the fuck out of here for the week?
I did get my hat from the Printify store.
Mm-hmm.
And I wore it to work the other day. And like it's a nice comfortable hat. I think my jersey will be here tomorrow because they only give you one tracking number.
Right.
And I only got the tracking number, but there is a package and I really haven't ordered anything else. I don't think. But I got something coming tomorrow and I'm hoping it's the baseball jersey.
Yeah, mine still has not arrived, and I'm getting a little antsy. If I can be honest, like I want it. You know?
Yeah, I'm just glad this order didn't get canceled.
Yeah, same. Yeah, that. I don't want to. That's another conversation for another day, but. Yeah, check out all the great stuff that we have available. I don't know, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of items right now on pfcstore.printify.me with all the great logos from all the great shows here that we do. With that, go out and be awesome to yourselves and to each other, and we will see you next time right here on What the 80s, here on the PFC Entertainment Network.